Hi, welcome to Facebook Live. It's been a few weeks and I am so excited to come back to talk to you today about backpacks. I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? And it's not what you think. So show me a woman over 40 and I will show you a place where you can find courage, beauty, knowledge, and wisdom. Why? Because by the time you're 40, you've been through stuff. Life is hard. You know, by the time you're 40, you have lived through heartache, grief, struggle, illness, love, loss, pain, joy, devastation, and ultimate wins. By the time you're 40, you've lived and learned through the hard knocks of life. And with that, you learn and you get skills and knowledge and tools. And I believe that when you get those tools, they get put into a backpack that I call my backpack of Supergirl powers. And I think that when you find yourself in a hard place, that's when you need to remember your backpack. You already have what it takes to get through this. You are stronger than you realize. You are smarter than you know, and you're braver than you think. So when you find yourself in a crappy situation, because you will, it's called life, you just need to reach into your backpack of Supergirl powers and just remember that you already have what you need. You know, this is different than baggage. Baggage is when you lug around that big old suitcase full of the past, full of regrets and depression and regrets and that mindset of being a victim. You know, you just need to set the backpack free. You just need the backpack of the wisdom God has given you. So these are the ways God has pulled you out of depression in the past. Maybe you messed up on a goal and in your backpack, you have all the tools you need to get back on track. Maybe you're going through the toughest days of your life right now. Reach into that backpack of what you've learned in the past that God has revealed to you before, because it will help you get through it now. You survived and learned, so you know what to do. So I say all this today to say that I know, hi Crystal, I see you're watching, I love you. But right now I know that someone that's going to see this, they're struggling. Maybe it's a marital issue. I think someone is struggling with grief. Someone is dealing with issues with their children. Someone is making a serious life change. Someone has lost their complete sense of self. Someone is in depression. Someone is questioning everything. Someone feels scared, lost, confused, and sad. This is just a message to tell you, you are not alone. You have that backpack of Supergirl powers that God has given you, and it overflows. Just trust that God shall supply all your needs, and He has given you a backpack that has the answers, that you have the tools to get you through the physical, emotional, and mental healing that you need to get through no matter what you're going through. You have what it takes to heal your body, to heal your mind, and to heal your heart. So no matter what you're going through, just remember what you've been through in the past, that God has brought you through. You have knowledge and wisdom from that you can take into the future. And just remember your backpack is full of your victories, full of blessings, full of wisdom. God has given you what you need, and you already have what it takes. So I share all this just to give that message to someone out there. You know, a couple weeks ago I was struggling because my weight was creeping back up and I was freaking out. And I realized, you know what? I have what it takes. I did it before. I can do it again. I got back on track and everything got back in line. I'm wearing dressy today because we're getting ready to go to a funeral. You know, our neighbor passed away, and this is the first time I've had to go to a funeral since my dad passed 3 years ago. 3 years ago next month, actually. And this morning I was walking my little dog, and I was thinking about that fact that it's a funeral, the first time in 3 years of having to go back to a funeral. And a cardinal flew out of a tree and was on the sidewalk right in front of us. And Oliver and I were walking, and this bird was just walking 3 feet in front of us. And I just knew it was a message from my dad. And I could just feel him just say, "You got this. You can do this. You already know what it takes. You can do this. And I don't know, I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but that's kind of how all my Facebook Lives seem to go. Something happens and I need to share. And so that's what my message is today is, if you're over 40, and if you're not 40 yet, you will learn and get wisdom. And I mean, someone's way over 50, but with life comes wisdom, because life is just full of crappy stuff, but you learn through that. And so remember your backpack of Supergirl powers, because God has already given you what you need. All right, that's my message for today. I think I have to get ready to go. So I love you. God bless.